Hi everyone, I'm just back from a gorgeous morning. I joined, Georgie invited me along, Georgie PT, along to one of her fitness classes that she does with her mum and baby fitness classes that she does every week in Terranure Sports Club. And I've done sleep talks there before, but I came along this time to speak about not just about sleep, but as the nervous system um, as a mom and what's actually happening in the body when you become a mom and when obviously sleep deprivation is thrown into that. So I spoke about how you're once you become a mom you're always on. You're constantly scanning and making sure, is your baby feeding well, are they sleeping well, um are they okay? Do they eat enough? What's next in their routine? And you rarely switch off. And then if you add in broken sleep, your nervous system doesn't get a chance to reset. Now, at the moment, it's like cortisol is getting a bad name, a bad rep out there. But cortisol is actually really, really important. It's really, really important for us. It helps you, wake up in the morning, feel alert during the day, respond to any challenges are out there, and have energy throughout the day. But also as a mom, it helps you respond to your baby and to your baby's needs. So your baby wakes, your body activates, your baby cries, you respond. This is cortisol, this is the hormone, this is that on switch. So that's your body doing exactly what it needs to do. But the problem is as mums, we often don't come back down from that state of always on. And what can happen is if your baby isn't sleeping, if your baby is waking up multiple times during the day, your nervous system activates. Then if your baby continues to cry, your nervous system responds. Then it can go into stress mode, and then it can be always on. And then you throw in the juggle of parenthood, the mental load, and absolutely everything that comes with it. And this is when cortisol rises and this is where we need tools, and whatever those tools might be, to help take us from that, like cortisol, high levels of cortisol, back down to that calmness. So the breath is the only part of the nervous system that we actually have control of us. And by intentionally breathing, we can directly bring our bodies back into calmness. So when we slow our breathing, especially our exhale, we activate the vagus nerve, which is at the back of our brain stem. And the vagus nerve is responsible for our rest, digest, and calmness. So I brought the class through a few breathwork techniques that help bring us into calmness, when we feel that we are really, really on. And often what happens is especially for mums, we go into these fitness classes in an elevated, activated state, like we're running on, stress, no sleep, and caffeine. And so you're training already from this stress state. And when you shift that nervous system first, this is where your body can perform better. You can recover better, and you can actually enjoy the class and be a little bit more present.